Soul of a Woman. How is everybody doing today? I'm Coach Rochelle. I'm a master integrative coach for 18 years, and I specialize in relationship coaching. So I want to start off with an inspirational message since it is coming up to Thanksgiving. And this is something by I think it's a woman, Kristen Armstrong, and this is what she said. When we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. And it's such an important time of the year right now. You know, people I think are going absolutely crazy because they are coming into a time that it's the end of the year, and it's so important to have people that support you and that love you. And if you can't love yourself, then God, go out and love other people. Go to a soup kitchen. Go places where you can be of service. And I promise you that when you do that, everything else absolutely changes for yourself. So, again, the topic today is hope for the holidays. And I have a very special co-host and my beautiful daughter, Alicia Cara.
Hi.
And thank you again for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And you know, we're often told that we are like Joan Rivers and Melissa Rivers.
Yeah,
so
she's a trip.
We just like to have a good time, and I think it's important, especially now, to really enjoy and have a good time. And we were just talking about, you know, people that have passed on, and what do you do if you're not feeling great? And it's really celebrating them. I mean, I told my kids that you celebrate me. You do all the things that I love to do. And it's all about gratitude. And of course, Thanksgiving coming up is about gratitude. And I know that what we used to do is that we would sit around the table and I would say, okay, everybody, let's go around the table and say what we're grateful for. And all my nieces, nephews would go, oh no, here she goes again. And it was fabulous because you really get to see who people are and what they're grateful for. The other thing is, which I heard, that Neil Donald Walsh had said something one day that I was listening to. And he said that to be grateful, he wanted everybody to go around the room and say what they're grateful for that hasn't happened for them yet. And I thought, that's such a fabulous idea.
Yeah, like
Don't
before
you
it
think?
happens, just say what you're grateful for so you create it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a great
Isn't
thing.
that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I suggest that all of you do that and, you know, pick up a phone and call me. You will have a half-hour consultation with me. My number is 954-464-7017, and my email is coachrochelle@comcast.net. My website is www.rochelleschwartz.com. And so let's talk about Thanksgiving. We're not going to be spending Thanksgiving together this Thanksgiving. I'm going to my other daughter in North Carolina. And so how do you feel about Thanksgiving? What are you grateful for?
Well, you know, I think, you know, Thanksgiving is every day, right? I mean,
I do agree that,
Thanksgiving,
yes.
the actual holiday, is when we get to celebrate it at the collective level, the big level. But I think gratitude and Thanksgiving is every day. I think that's important. But, you know, I think for me, I thank God every day, one, so that when I reach Thanksgiving, it's like a big celebration. And even though we're not together, you know,
well, we'll be on the phone, of course. We will definitely
I'm going to be going to
connect.
my best friends.
And you know,
Beyonce.
the other thing is, I heard somebody say today, and I thought it was a great exercise, to really close your eyes and just really think about what are the things that you appreciate. And just go in and just think about the people that you appreciate, the things that have happened for you in your life, or the things that happened to you this week, or the things that you wanted and it didn't happen, and guess what? It wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because when you're going into the holidays and you have these expectations of what you think it should be, you should let go of it, because it's thanking every day that you're here and that you get to celebrate with people, and then go in to that celebration just with that Thanksgiving and gratitude, and watch how your Thanksgiving will be different, rather than it should be this way, or I should sit next to this person, or maybe I shouldn't sit next to that person, or whatever. Just going in just like a clear slate of just being thankful before you even step in the door.
And I also, like we were talking before, I think that if there are going to be people that you're not loving, well, you know what I would do? Before I go in, I would send them love, and I would think about all the things that I want to receive while I'm there. What do I want to walk away with?
And it's kind of like what we talk about, which is, what's your intention going into the holiday? What's your intention going to, your father-in-law, your mother, whatever it is, whoever you're going to? What's the intention you want to create before you even walk in, so you actually have that experience?
And just why waste the time by walking in, having an expectation that you're going to have a fight or there's going to be a disagreement?
Correct.
And I remember, and I'm going back, it just came to my mind many, many years ago. I wasn't crazy about my in-laws. And I would go and I would be so resentful because they weren't who I wanted them to be.
Sure.
And so I was so bad. I would sit there, I'd get a magazine, I'd read it. And I wouldn't even participate. And her food was horrible. So, I didn't eat really much. And I think I lost something in that, because I really didn't get to know who they were. And I didn't have this work. I did not have, and we'll talk about shadow work.
Sure.
I did not have this kind of work underneath my belt. And I resented going so much. And now I look in retrospect, and I could have done it so differently, as to just, they were people, and they weren't my kind of people, but they were human beings.
Right.
And I could have had a better time.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying is that, again, you missed out because you were in a place of expectation that it was going to be this horrible experience. So what did you create? A horrible experience. So again, I think like what we're saying is, when you go in already grateful for just being alive, to be with people that you are in relationship with, and then going in with the intention to have the best time.
Yeah.
No matter what, find something about that person sitting across from you, whatever it is, find something that's, happy and light about that person.
Right.
Or what you could be grateful for,
Or even if you're a good storyteller, you can
your own story.
You can tell a story or even make a joke.
Correct.
And it's just breaking the energy. I think that's really so important, because since we are all made up of energy,
that's right.
If we walk in feeling really great, guess what?
That's what you're going to experience.
That's exactly right. And the energy within the people there does shift.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Do you remember what our late great Debbie Ford used to say?
What?
Who was our friend, our mentor, our teacher, and she's still guiding us from the other side.
Yes.
She used to say, if you look for what's wrong, you'll find it.
Yeah.
If you look for what's right, you'll find it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really looking for what's right about the holiday time. Instead of looking for what's wrong, because you'll find that.
Oh, yeah. And it also, another thing is, what if you go in with really feeling good about whatever it is, and there is a healing that happens?
100%.
Who knows?
You don't know.
You really don't know that a healing can occur.
We're, like you said, we're made up of energy, and energy can't be destroyed. It only can transform to the next place.
Yeah, and then why waste those precious moments? I believe it's creating new moments. And so let's say those people that you've had this whatever with, what if you shifted it and you change the dynamics of it. And there was a healing that takes place. What a gift, what a Thanksgiving you can have.
Yeah, and I think like what you're saying, so like for, you know, an example of going into the holidays, this is an exercise you can do, like we're saying.
Right.
Before you get into wherever you're going, just already feel grateful. Find something to feel grateful for.
Yeah.
And then maybe another thing you can do before you get in, just say to yourself, what's my intention for me going to so-and-so's house for the holidays? Maybe it's to just have a good time. Maybe it's just to share,
Right.
you know,
Yep.
something great about them that you know.
Right.
So it's really setting your intention.
Yep.
And then also, what was the other? Finding something you love about the
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Right?
finding
going
something,
in.
yes.
Going in
Yeah.
before you start
Yeah.
with how you want to experience that time.
And it's also think about what you're excited about. You know, that's another way of walking into some place. Like, what are you excited about? And how you could do that is really closing your eyes and just going in and just feeling what are the emotions that you're feeling. You're feeling happy. You're excited to be there. You don't know who else is going to be there. Maybe some surprises of people that you've never met.
Absolutely.
And I think that also is something that is another exercise that you could do. And I know another thing that I know this for sure. If you sit down and write a gratitude list of all the things you're grateful for, the energy within you shifts as well.
Totally. 100%. Because, you know, that energy just is like a ripple effect. You know, if you're standing so happy and light and finding the good and looking for what's right rather than looking for what's wrong, you're going to light up that room and everyone's going to want what you have and everyone's going to be attracted to that light. And that's what this holiday season, even if you're feeling down, you know, feeling like, you know, you don't matter, you're not good enough, all that programming. You know what? Like you said, just write one thing every day that you're grateful for. I'm grateful I got up and brushed my teeth. I'm grateful I have teeth.
Right.
I'm grateful I have a sink to wash my face in, you know.
And I'm grateful I have hands.
Correct.
I mean,
so you can find something, everybody, and it's free.
it is free. That is true.
You know, you can
Yeah.
find something, or like you can hire a coach.
Yeah, definitely.
And really get the support to transform your life.
And you know what? And thank you for that, because let's create together a half-hour session and together create the best year of your life for 2018. Wouldn't that, just think about that alone, all the dreams that you would love to create. Let's do it. Let's do it.
And you know what's so funny? It just came to me, you know. The other thing you can do is stand in front of a mirror. Look at the mirror, stand in front of your mirror, and just look at yourself in your eyes and just start admiring who you are. Just with your eyes. Just say, you know what? You really are an amazing woman, or you really are an amazing man, or you really are an amazing daughter. Find something in that mirror that you see within.
Yes.
That you can reflect back each day, and do that for 28 days.
And then another great thing is, I gave this to a client of mine. Look in the mirror, and there's a very beautiful song by Karen Drucker, and it's called You Are Loved.
Yeah.
And look in the mirror and play the music, and I am telling you, it will melt your heart.
And the other thing is, you know, our late great Debbie Ford has some amazing books.
Yes.
That you can just go look for Debbie Ford, and you look at all of her books, and we're trained in all the models.
Every model.
And that is a great gift to give for the holidays as
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, even though physically she's not here, she's always around. And so the work continues on with us.
Yes, and I didn't, of course, mention, which I apologize. Who are you personally?
Oh.
And who are you professionally? Let everybody know.
So who I am is a healer. Who I am is a person that cares deeply about people and humanity, and a person who loves and is very nurturing. And then professionally, I'm a massage therapist, and I work at a spa in Boca with my partner in crime, Jennifer Yund. It's called Tropical Serenity Spa. We do fascia blasting, and that is an amazing, 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 amazing treatment for pain, chronic pain, inflammation, cellulite, all that good stuff. And also, I do coaching as well.
But give them the two numbers. Give them the number to the spa.
So the number to the spa is area code 561-558. Oh, you know what? 558-88. I don't. You know what? I have to.
Look
You know
up
what?
tropical.
I'll look up Tropical Serenity Spa, and you will find the number. It's area code 561-558-3385, I believe. Yes.
And then another way to
And then another way to get me is area code 619-723-1759.
And again, to really think about this Thanksgiving, what you can do to change, just to change it up a little bit, and give yourself that gift of being grateful. You know, and again, I'll go back to love her, Debbie Ford, and she always said, whatever you're doing, claim those moments. Those moments are so special because within a second, those moments just fly by. And so really stop and claim it and own it because you deserve it. You really do deserve it. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about, how can people talk about, you know, when we talk about the shadow and, you know, my little puppets here, the dark and the light. And, you know, by taking, you know, most people may feel depressed and may feel alone. What would be something they could do to make themselves feel a little bit better, like if they're feeling alone and lonely? So this is, the dark would say, oh, just stay there. It's okay. You don't have to do anything. But your heart is saying something different. What would someone have to do to listen to their heart?
Well, I think they have to get quiet.
Absolutely.
You know, I think they have to get quiet, and they have to, you know, go within and ask themselves, you know, what does this part of me need right now? The light part of me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just see what that part really needs, because that's where the shift will come. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is, you know, don't put it off. You know, instead of staying home and going, woe is me, you know, I'll just sit home and I'll have my TV dinner, which is horrible. And I'm going to just sit on a pity pot and I'm going to really feel like crap. But your heart would say, no, you deserve to have fun. You deserve to really be grateful for everything you've got. You have hands that work. You're healthy. You have, I know, there must be one person that you can pick up a phone and say, let's spend some time together. And if you don't, I know there are a lot of places, there are places to go and serve turkey dinners for the homeless. I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I have not been able to. I mean, that's something on my list of things to do,
Yeah.
is to do something like that.
Absolutely.
And so being grateful and having Thanksgiving, and you know, it doesn't, like we said, it doesn't have to be one time a year.
No, it's every day.
And
Every
that's
day.
a practice. That's a definite practice to really stop and think about, what am I really grateful for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Every day. Wake up and just see what you're grateful for.
Or you can also, there are so many different things. You talked about some of the books that Debbie has written, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, Courage Coaching.
I remember
what?
Tropical Serenity's number. It's 561-338-8805.
Say it again.
561-338-8805. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I could see
And
if
you
it
could
came
go
from
on
me.
to Tropical Serenity, and look up Tropical Serenity Spa.
And so I just really feel that it's so exciting. I love this time of the year.
Yeah, me too.
I just love it. I walk through the stores now and you see all the decorations, and even that, I don't know what it is, but people seem to be nicer when it's around the holiday time.
Yeah, because I think people are liking the energy, and everyone's in, this high vibe of, connectedness, and everyone getting together and celebrating and partying and having a good time.
Yeah.
So I think it brings that energy too.
And I also think that just going to different places, and seeing people that are not as lucky as we are.
I know, and that's another thing,
It really brings you back.
Just being lucky and feeling again, it's gratitude.
I had driven on, I had gone to the beach and I'm meditating, and I love watching people. I'm a people watcher. And every time I see somebody that's less fortunate than myself, whether it's a child, whether it's an adult, it really doesn't matter. It always brings me back to taking a breath and saying, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank you for what I have.
Yeah, and I think too, especially during the holidays and having some hope, there's always something you can find that brings you some joy. And even if you can't, you could pick up a phone, you can call someone,
Absolutely.
and just to ask them to remind you of why they love you.
Yeah,
it's another great thing to do.
It is good. That's
if you
a
can't
very
remember
good
why
thing.
you love you, then call someone
ask somebody.
and ask them, someone
Why
that
do
you
you
love,
love me?
why do you love me?
Yeah.
And then they'll tell you, and you'll feel good about yourself. Everybody has one person
Absolutely.
that they can call.
So, with that being said, I just want to do one thing. I hope this thing lights. Come on, baby. So, this is what I want to say to you. This is what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my daughter, who I love unconditionally. I'm grateful for your humor, your courage, your tenacity. I am so grateful and love you for you being my daughter.
Oh, Mama. And I'm grateful that you're my mom and that you can share that with me. And that we can cry together, we can laugh together, and we can play together.
And
Nothing
always
better.
just keep your heart open to all the love that we all so deserve.
And we're wishing you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Enjoy each other. And if you need help, call a coach.
Yes, 954-464-7017.
She's right here.
7017. And at Coach Rochelle at Comcast.net.
And we're sending you lots of
just
love and
sending
light.
you so much love. And just take care of yourself. And be safe. And if you're drinking, don't drive.
Call an Uber.
Call an Uber. And from my heart to your heart, let the sun shine. And, if you keep your heart open, you will be receiving so much more that you will be blown away, because if you're in that space of deserving and knowing that you're so grateful for this, there is really, I cannot think of anything better than looking around. Even last night when I saw Diana Ross, and I saw all her children and all her grandchildren, and she's my age.
Yeah.
She looks phenomenal. And I looked at the stage with all her children and her grandchildren, and I thought about, wow, isn't that what life is about?
Yeah.
Isn't this something that we can really take in and say, I'm so proud, no matter what, the good, the bad, and the not so good.
Yep.
Am I correct on
Yeah,
that?
100%. Yep.
And I just, it's like, I think having fun And we certainly have.
Oh yes, we can have a gas
certainly
together.
do have some fun.
Yes, we do.
And we do play off each other. And I remember, you know, when Alicia had said to me that we thought about doing a mother-daughter workshop a while ago.
Yep.
And we thought about Joan Rivers and
Melissa, her daughter.
And it's true, because it's such a good thing to have fun like they did.
Absolutely. Play and
I
laugh.
think that to me is the most exciting, to really look around the fulfillment of what life is all about.
Yeah.
And it's stopping to smell the roses. And how many of you really and truly stop and smell those roses?
That's right. And there's a lot of roses to be smelled in this
right.
world.
And there really are. So I just want to say once again,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you. Okay, keep the sun shining and your heart open to receiving all the love.
Yes.
And with such gratitude for Thanksgiving. And thank you, Alicia.
Thanks,
I
Mom.
love you.
Love you too.
And we're going to have a great time for Thanksgiving. So
With that,
take care of yourselves.
have a great holiday.
Have a great holiday.
We're
And
sending
we
you lots of
love
love.
you. Mwah.